got to hear about, we went down to play Minnesota back in 1988, and I'm like, these guys are all just from high school? Like, this is going to be easy. And I quickly realized there's a lot of damn good high school hockey players, and had lots of guys on our roster over the years, and so we're excited to have you guys in our building this afternoon. Get to talk with Mark Pullman a little bit, see our space. We're super fortunate how we get treated here. We're happy to come and talk a little bit, share some ideas. By all means, two-way street. We're always trying to talk to guys that are just coaching, whether it's coaching the NHL, coaching the American League, coaching high school. We're fired up to exchange ideas, and any questions you got along the way after we present, we'll be happy to kind of go back and forth. A lot of this stuff isn't really groundbreaking, I don't think. One of the things that I've kind of learned over the years is that if we can do it faster, do it quicker, be predictable to our teammates, if we're all on the same page, that's going to be successful. So a lot of these concepts probably aren't that new to you. It's just trying to really do them with a lot of detail and do them fast, do them well. So we're going to start in zone play. So as a lot of you guys know, everybody's packing it around the net, right? We know that's the area where we're going to score goals. Defending teams know, hey, if we're really strong with bodies and playing hard in that area, it's going to be hard to score. We did a little study, I think it was a couple of years ago, and we kind of had the NHL playoffs, and they said the shooting percentage on rush plays was about 12%. The shooting percentage from playing just in zone, kind of like I call it half court offense, is about 6%. So we're not scoring at a super high percentage, so we're trying to look at some of these concepts to see if we can kind of raise that level of play, to see if we can create higher scoring quality chances while we're in zone here. So we're going to start here a little bit. There's our kind of keys here. We want to get in this 11%, little 21% if we're right down in here. So that's where we want to get to, okay? So one of our big things you guys we talk about is obviously we got to get to the net. We got to have an anchor as a guy at the net and a second guy going quickly there. We got a screen first, tip second, rebound third. A lot of times guys are looking at tip from the side. No, we got to get our body in first. So when we're right at the net, we're tipping in about 12%, good chance. But if we get away from that net a little bit, we get our stick free, puck has more of a chance to change angle. We're at almost 20% there. So we'll look at this clip here. I want you guys to focus on number 8. This Schmaltzy coming right in here. Does a really good job. He gets net front, so he's in the goalie's eyes. His stick's extended. He's looking to tip down and in, so he gets the screen part first, and he gets a little tip on it, and boom, now he's turning around and trying to find that secondary chance. That was a good example of kind of a 3-step process there for Schmaltzy. This was just a couple nights ago. One of your high school players, Jackson Blake, you see him, he's kind of flash screening. He's going to come across here, getting through the goalie's eyes a little bit. That stick stays in the area. Good tip for a goal against Manitoba the other night. This is a good example here. We got our one guy kind of working out a little bit, working away. What we find there is that we're not getting our stick tied up. Second guy, I'll start right here, battling to get free, battling to get to that net front. Good hard shot. We tip that down and in. We got second guys going to the net for those secondary chances. So good example of having an anchor with the second stick coming. Okay, we saw those stats that said, hey, if we play around the outside, man, we're scoring at about 2 to 4% of the time if we're on that perimeter part of the game. If we play inside, we're shooting at that 11% to 21% area. Here's a good example. We've got to take some risks sometimes. Sometimes guys get in the mode of saying, hey, it's great, we're playing out here, but we're toe capping pucks and kind of playing on the outside. Doesn't really do that much for us. Gets the possession, but we've got to get it inside. Here's a good example of a game. We're taking a little risk, challenging the guy, but getting to that critical area and getting a grade A scoring chance. Wraps, nothing groundbreaking here. One of the things we talk about on our wraparounds, we rarely just jam it in, like we saw Dart do the other day. We want to get this puck and get a guy going to the backside, so a little bit of that slot line feel. It's a good example of getting a puck there, but that is the play we want to get to that weak side of the net on wraparound, so it has a little bit of that slot line effect. Hard drives after cutbacks. Just, again, playing inside, finding a way to get to that inside, whether we skate it there, pass it there, shoot it there. It's a good example of stringing. And the main thing we talk about hard drives again, anything on this first half of the net, man, it's advantage goalie. If we're shooting from in this area, goalie's set, goalie's down, he's big, he's kind of in his position he wants. If we can get to that second half of the net, now the 5-hole opens up, far side opens up. Good example of stringing, getting to that far side. A couple years ago, this evasiveness here, we talked a lot about just the very core of our playing the offensive zone. Teams are trying to straighten us up, push us into the wall. We want to go in there with some evasive head, evasive stick, evasive skates. Jonesy with a good little kind of cutback. And again, he's taking it right to the paint. Some of these teams that play some man-on-man, they're just worried about other guys here. Get to that far post. Real strong play. Face-off ball, here's Blaker again. You know, again, not just taking this puck and kind of, you know, getting slow. Teams can come over and overwhelm you with a couple of guys. Good job of kind of being evasive there, just that little stick movement, and now he's taking it to that inside. How can I get there? How can I shoot through traffic? Look for that next chance. We want to beat defenders off walls. You guys, I'm sure, talk to your offensive guys about this all the time, right? So this is the one where you don't have the puck. Here's Schmaltz, you got him in a battle. He's going to beat his player off the wall, get a low to high play. Again, kind of good stick positioning, stick extended out a little bit. Great tip when you beat this guy off the wall. Example, playing USA, one of our hometown kids, Johnson here. On his wall, obviously as a defensive coach, you're hoping this guy's going to keep inside body position. We're always saying, hey, how can we get to the inside, boys? So this puck was moved down. Good example, hard strides off the wall, a couple hard strides on his tape, off his tape. Really good goal, beat a player to the inside. Net play, obviously we know rebounds are great chances. Again, we'll watch Gavin Hayne, a good high school hockey player from GR up here. Puck in a battle, get it to our D who's kind of shrunk in, but hard stride. Beat them to the inside, puck gets to the net, those secondary chances on rebounds, high percentage chances for us. Talking a lot about our D men. One of our things, we really try to play with a 5-man unit here, okay? So you guys are all watching NHL and watching good teams play. We're always talking about, say, hey, it's not just forwards and our D men are standing back there. We have to get motion, we have to get off walls, we got to get to the middle of the ice. We want to get some confusion going. Huge thing we talk about our D-man. You are not just standing back there as posts. You are moving and joining and being part of this. So we're a 5-man unit trying to create offense. Just one of our most basic premises. When you get a puck back here, you've got to be moving. Sometimes we see the younger D-man, they get this puck, they're standing still, and then they think they're going to like toe drag a guy or something. That's not the case. We want to take this puck with some motion. We've got to try to get to the inside of the dots. Got a layered screen there. That's a good look for us. Probably like to have one of our guys trying to find a little bit of space off the side here, but good job by Jander kind of getting in. And what that does as well, we're working on a 2-man unit. Jander's kind of pulled off here, and now that gets our other D kind of going down, great for retrieval. So I'm not sure if that was just a miss net or tipped wide, but our other D is active because of that, and now he's keeping that puck alive because he's got some motion as well. We're really talking to our D-man about trying to find sticks and lanes. Obviously, a shot to the net is great. If we don't have it, we get locked here a little bit. Ethan Frisch, another Moorhead high schooler. Good example of a guy kind of finding some space, you know, a little bit of a broken play. We beat the guys to the inside, and we get a secondary chance because our D had a good relay to a stick. Good example here off of a draw. You're going to see our D going down the wall a little bit here, and we're beating guys to the inside for a good kind of shot pass. So really trying to get available, having our D with the head up, not just snapping a soft puck to the net, really good kind of shot pass for a great chance there. D to Ds. So if we have guys playing offsides, you know, snapshots from the points, not great percentage scoring chance. Normally up here we're in that 2 to 4% range, taking shots up in this area. Good example of Clevy kind of bombing one because he's on his offside. We didn't have great net front, those pass acrosses. We're always talking to our forwards about trying to stay in the eyes. Didn't do a great job there, but it was a good hard shot off a one-timer. More often than not, though, this was just the other night against Manitoba. Again, we're going to focus on our guy beating his man to the net, but again, the low to high and try to one-time these. So we talk to our forwards. One-timers are hard shots, especially for guys at your age. Even a lot of our guys aren't great at taking one-timers, but if we can make that pass from low to high, kind of medium to a slower pass. If we rocket a pass out forwards to our D-man, guys are not going to be very likely to one-time that puck. If we can put it out kind of a medium pace, these guys are more likely to one-time it, and that's what we're looking for here. Our camera cuts them off a little bit, but we shoot it right off the pass with great net front. That's a quality chance. And our D-man skate moving again. So, good example of just a D to D, but we're taking this with motion and getting going, getting that kind of movement going. Jander, real good skater. We get starting to start our 1-3-1 look. He's going down the wall, looking for some options. Pretty well defended here by Bemidji. But we got some good motion to get a chance to get a puck to the critical area just because his feet were moving. Another good example here. Kind of this weak side D is in motion here. So we roll a little bit. Try to get some confusion, get to the inside, get a puck there, good chance. Again, big Clevy's going downhill, gets a puck to the net. Our guy beats the other guys to the inside for a secondary chance for Dylan James there. Playing against the USA guys here, but again, some good motion here by Luke Bass, getting his feet moving. kind of get some confusion, some interchanges here, and now we got D kind of going down back door. So this is a good example. This is a D man right here. This is a D man right here, and our forward is up here. So we're not just sitting in the position. We're kind of, our guys are moving and shaking and baking. Got to have forwards that are responsible covering them. Okay, so these roll-up plays. So we're trying to keep our feet moving out of the corners, right? So again, teams, good defensive teams, as soon as they see contact, they're gonna have a second guy on. So if I'm in there and I'm just kind of toe capping a puck, defender gets a little bit of contact with me, good defensive teams are gonna have a second man in there that are gonna come and kind of support. I'm getting 2-on-1. So we're that initial thing of going in, being evasive, getting out of there, trying to skate out of those corners so we don't get overwhelmed and stopped. And that kind of starts our offensive zone here. So we got a little bit of space here. It's a good example of our D-man moving off here, getting to the middle top. And we used to have a little bit more where we'd say, hey, our D-man, you could go through, you could go down the wall, or you could slide to the middle. We think sliding to the middle is kind of our highest percentage chance. It's a good example. We got sliding to the middle. Now he's taking a one-timer with net front, so that's a pretty good chance. Good motion there. Our D's kind of stopped a little bit, but at least he gets his feet moving, starts walking a little bit to create that kind of pass back. And now you can see our weak side D has kind of gone down now. We get that motion of him kind of going down back door. Guys get puck focused a little bit, really good chance. Very similar clip here. We got to slide to the middle, so we're getting that kind of good motion. We have that chance. We just saw that one-timer there. Here's our other D kind of going down now with that motion. We don't give it to him, cause some confusion. There's our D going down that back door. And again, what we talked about, we love these D-men to be taking this puck across to that far side if we could. Okay, so that's kind of our 1-3-1. That sets up our 1-3-1. Okay, so we all see power plays that are kind of in that 1-3-1 motion, men. We want to get our regular 5v5 offense looking like that as well. So we got some, again, we got our D sliding a bit, our weak side guy going down a little bit. Excuse me. And then we get kind of a gaver in the middle. So that's kind of a, looks like a power play look right there. We got our weak side D ready. We got one D back. We got some good motion. We got some chances for a slot line pass, but obviously we'll let Gaver take that shot anytime. But that was a good look for the pass to the middle. Again, a little bit of that 1-3-1 look again, like a power play. Have a chance to shoot. Good spacing here by McLaughlin to kind of have show a little patience, and now he's got all sorts of time and space. Takes that puck, and now he's shooting from that 11% point because we had that good motion. Another example, just kind of some guys rolling a little bit. Our D kind of clears out a little bit here, gets some movement going here. Here's our other D man. So we're a little bit perimeter. We got one guy at the net. We end up kind of getting, again, some good motion. Again, this is a D man right here, and I think our other D is. So the D down here. So we got guys moving. This is our D. So this is the forward. That's our only guy back right now. So obviously the puck turns over, you got to hustle back, but that's some good motion to create a one-timer from right there. And another example, D-man kind of moving into the play, using that spacing a little bit there. Kind of a good 1-3-1 look off that one. Okay, dot play. So here we are. We're getting pushed in, right? Denver, like most teams, they're gonna try to commit 5 guys. They got 5 defensive players right in this area, right? So we want some predictability. These guys are getting pushed, facing the glass. We kind of say, hey, we know we're always gonna have a guy in the dot here. So even if they were facing the glass, they'd have the chance to maybe pop a puck out. So we get to the dot, we can take a shot from there. Saw Brock Besser score this one the other night for Vancouver. But, you know, it's a good chance to get a puck to the net, but a lot of times we're not even scoring from there. But again, we're beating guys to get to the inside. Pretty good job by getting to that net. Again, we're going to kind of sit on teams if we're kind of in a stop situation. We pop a puck out. And again, our D-man is not back to the blue line. This is our D-man, kind of moved right in. So if we get a puck to that dot play, we have a chance to shoot that we just saw Jamrick do, or we can kind of slide that play across for a double grade A chance there. Again, like most teams, they're closed in on us here, but their guy kind of gets over our middleman, our kind of dot guy, and sometimes that opens up room behind. They kind of had a bad change going on here, but they were so concerned about our middleman guy. That lane behind him was open. Big Levy moves in and takes the space for a good goal. D-man shrinking. Again, we've already been talking about this. Getting in on the zone. So we see a stopped puck. We don't want D-man sitting way back. We want our D-man in, taking space. So pretty good job here. stop the puck. They're committing a lot of players in. Let's take that space and be in. So now we're getting pucks at the top of the circle. We can beat guys to the inside. Good chance off of stop the puck. Again, teams that are, when crap's hitting the fan here a little bit for Omaha, just like we do, everybody gets back around the net. We say, hey, D-man, let's get in. Here's our D, here's our D. We know we kind of got them on the ropes. They're tired, they're scrambling. Let's get right there in this critical area. This would be where we'd hope we'd get a one-timer right there. Didn't quite do it, but our D are up and involved for some good chances. Another one, just kind of shrinking, being around it, not being back, standing back here. Our D's moved into a good spot to be able to shoot from that 11 to 12% scoring chance area. Back in net. Back in net is really hard to defend. Karl will talk about that. Goalies have a tough time locating the puck, find out where it's going to go. Good chance or good example of some movement, getting back in net. Teams get puck focused. Obviously, Quinnipiac, heck of a team. They got pretty good numbers there, but they got a lot of guys looking at that puck, as opposed to it's just hard to defend. It's hard to look at the puck and know what the guys are doing behind you. That pass-out play is high percentage chance. Winning pucks and beating guys to the inside here. Great goal by Hayner there. And then this kind of arrive on time. It's basically pass-out plays to D. So this cut back, moving our legs. Good example of, everybody's kind of collapsed in. Our D, we say, hey, arrive on time, we call this, because we want to get, when the guy comes behind the net, these pass-out plays kind of to this dot lane area for one-timers are really effective. Well executed, arrive on time there. Our back in net plays, we stole this off, Hack talked a lot about this, about saying, hey, staying away from guys a little bit. So a lot of times we say, hey, go to that puck. We want to try to say, hey, if we get this puck here, let's stay away, let's linger a little bit. Let's use this back in net, kind of get a little bit of a triangle going about, behind, and then these pass-out plays happen. So got a little bit, Blue's got a little bit puck focused here, pass out, and now it's that hard to defend pass-out play there. Really good chance. Obviously, we all know about slot line plays. Get that puck going laterally, it's a huge, high percentage chance. We said, hey, we're normally scoring at about 6% in the offensive zone, but if we get these plays, we want to one-time them as well. Our goalies moving across, we'd love these to be one-timers. Try to empower our guys to shoot the one-timer. I think a lot of guys are intimidated to take them because they're going to flub them, so we practice them all the time. If we want to score on high-level goalies, we've got to shoot that one-timer. But good slot line play there. Good example of some poised players kind of, passing to the next available guy ready to one-time that puck. Good chance there. Here's Blaker going to the net. Good play. These ones are always fun to watch. Just guys that use their eyes as a weapon. We talk about, it's one of our slogans, use your eyes as a weapon. Let's hold defensemen, let's hold goalies with our eyes, and then last minute, if we can move it louder, that's a heck of a play. Okay, kind of getting to the end of it here, boys, unchecking ourselves, all right? We want to go to the net, but sometimes we want to drive in or kind of find these pockets here. Good example here of Blaker. We got a layered screen. He's just kind of found that open space a little bit. Just a basic wrister beats him. Really like this one. Kind of cut this clip off somewhat, going back a few years, but we're always asking our forwards to drive in, but then sometimes uncheck yourself. Pull back out a little bit. Good example here. Our player drives in, just takes about a stick length back, and that separation for the pass out creates a great goal. Pretty much lastly here, if we have a turnover, if the other team has a mess up here, this is Quinnipiac, bad play by them, we're saying, hey, as quick as we can, right? We want to get the puck back to the critical area and shot, so if we know that we go forecheck and get a chance, boom, that puck is going to go right to between the rings. We're looking at everybody's on the same page, so we've talked about it, we say, oh, we know it's a turnover, we know a guy's going here, we're going to try to get that shot. We didn't even get a very good shot, but just the fact that we kind of surprised them, puck's turned over, got an average shot, still goes in. Lastly here, getting pucks back to the critical area after a chance, okay? Have a hard drive. A lot of teams get puck focused. They're a little panicked after a chance. Can we get it back there right away? Guys vacate. Grade A chance there for Mark Senden. It's a great chance. Team get puck focused. Can we get that puck back there really quickly for a secondary chance? Nothing too groundbreaking there, boys, just some of our principles. If we can kind of over and over get that motion in that offensive zone, work to get to the inside. And again, we can skate it to the inside, we can shoot it in the inside with guys there, or we can pass it to the inside. Finding a way how to get your guys to say, hey, we're going to play in the inside of the ice. Have the courage. We're going to have some turnovers when we try to make tough passes to the middle. We're going to have some turnovers when we challenge guys to go in there. But if we just toe cap and play around the outside, possession looks great, but we're not getting to that critical area to score goals. So Any questions on that? Otherwise, I'm going to let KG go, and maybe we can let him get through his thing, and maybe have some questions afterwards. Good? All right, thanks.
Okay, again, as mentioned, I'm Karl Goerhing, assistant coach, but run the power play here in North Dakota, going into my 5th year doing the power play. Been very fortunate to have a lot of great players, so mostly just try to get out of their way, let them make some plays. But I always think it's great to give them some specifics, some things to look at, some areas to learn within their spots. Okay, the more guys own their area, the more comfortable they are with their routes, what they're doing, the better off they are. So for today, I did a little project on low players' net front options. For me, it's one area that I've been looking to do with our guys of what are tips, what are little things that we can do, what are things that we could potentially add to our group to help us grow in our units and as players individually. So we're gonna look at 2 different styles. So I've got a lot of the New York Rangers that love their power play. Chris Kreider does a fantastic job with that net front position here, and hopefully show a few things that all of us can take away. Then we'll also look at the Winnipeg Jets. I think one of the best power plays in the NHL. They run what I would call an overload, where they release their low player below the goal line. They're not worried about screening, but they're looking at creating quick options from down low here. So we'll take a look here. I'm going to start with the Rangers, start with Kreider. And the first thing I want to talk about is the urgency they have to get pucks back. Mute that, sorry boys. Okay, so if we watch the Rangers, again, some of the best players in the world, but Kreider in the corner, Kane, Panarin, okay, Zibanejad, they're all working to gain possession. Okay, so that first piece of that low player, love that. Okay, so Kreider, right in front of the net, watch how quick he is to retrieve that puck. He knows that next play right away. Okay, so that urgency to get pucks back, because we know on the power play, it's not often just the first chance, right? It's that ability to get a puck back, create a second chance, create a third chance. Okay, another look at retrieval efforts here. Kreider again at net front. Good job in the eyes. Again, look how quick he is to get back to that puck. Okay, there's no hesitation. As soon as that shot goes by, he's on to that next play. Okay, and immediately he does a quick release. Same thing again. And look at how it just sets up more possession in zone, sets up more chance to attack. Again, look at him get in eyes, disrupt, and he's right on the rebound again. Okay, so shot goes by, he turns, his quickness, again, a great habit for our net front players to get into is not just stand there, but what's next? Okay, can I get a rebound? Can I get a loose puck back for my team? Another look at net front. Great job getting in the way, disrupting, okay, being a part of it again, helping get in the retrieval. Okay, and this is one of the subtleties for me of Kreider doing such a good job. To me, he almost has a goalie mindset where he's subtle getting to those spots. Okay, he gets centered, he gets tall, he gets big. Look at Schmidt, the goalie for New Jersey right now. Okay, if that puck goes short side, that's going in, no question. Okay, so Kreider does a great job of just staying calm, getting centered in a spot almost like a goalie and really disrupting here. Okay, they unfortunately don't hit the spot, but I know Schmidt didn't see that puck. Okay, and I've had that feeling as a goaltender. To me, there was nothing worse when you had no visual. Okay, so Kreider doing a great job disrupting, creating that again. Okay, another great look. What does Kemper see right now? Kreider, exactly. Sees the back of his jersey. That's a great look for Kane. Okay, unfortunately, he doesn't hit it. It's post this time, but he stays in the area, stays in the eyes again. So it's one look. Gets in the eyes again, disrupts. Now we've got a secondary look, and now we're rewarded. Okay, so we didn't touch the puck the whole time, but his impact on the power play by doing a good job, getting to net front, staying centered, getting square, that subtlety can be so critical for me. Again, good job establishing eyes. Okay, that pass is made. Look at the goaltender. Okay, the pass is made. That goaltender is still trying to find that original puck. Okay, elite shot, but that delay, that transition, that moment of time for that flanker helps create that offense here. So that critical part, Panarin gets rewarded, but Kreider plays a huge role in that. Okay? Next piece is not only taking eyes, can I work to get sticks on puck? So in the area, one of the simplest power play attacks, right? Get a puck to net, get a stick on puck, tip that thing. So not only is he taking eyes, he's active with his stick. Again, good retrieval by New York, back up top, working right to the eyes. Simple tip, right? Most PKs got to give up something. If we can shift, if we can go lateral, if we can sift pucks there, that's a grade A chance. So working on guys being comfortable at net front, holding, working on them, having bodies on them and tipping pucks. Okay? How can we improve that area? Again, just being eyes, getting into the area, quiet, ready. Turns, stick on puck again. Okay? Simple play. And lastly, I love this skill play. Sometimes just being in the area, field off the skate. Okay, so again, you're going to get rewarded for guys that get courage to hold in there. Guys like Kreider, guys like Corey Perry, getting paid a lot of money to do this. Okay, we're seeing this a lot in hockey right now where we're seeing this diamond piston kill. Okay, so New Jersey's going to it. It's a straight line with everything. So love this adapt play, They just slide him off. So it's a really simple off angle. He opens up instead of being right in front of the net front. Now it creates a quiet little seam. Okay, nice little simple tip here. One more look at it. Okay, so we can see them just work and shift. Just stays off angle. Quiet little tip, gets rewarded a couple times. Worst case scenario, he creates a rebound. Right? Now they've got a secondary look here. So more of a classic example, the New York Rangers there. More of a screen, tip, working on getting eyes, working on being net front. Now we're going to look at the Winnipeg Jets. We're going to start with that retrieval again. Look at Scheifele, 55. All these guys working to get pucks back. Working to gain possession here. Best players in the world are doing it. I think we can ask our guys to do it as well. Okay, now this is how the Jets typically set up. So as opposed to being in eyes, they release that low player low behind the net. Now they create options. Okay, puck behind the net. Great look. Okay, tough for the PK to pick up where everybody's at. Another look at it here. Release him low. Okay. Scarpy, where's all the PK guys' eyes? Everybody is on the puck right now. Okay? So if we look at this, we've got a guy back here. Nobody knows exactly where he's at. We've got a middle top guy up here. Nobody knows exactly where he's at. So one of the huge benefits of working goal line is you get the PK turn. You get them shrunk down. It's very hard to cover everybody when you're having to turn your head 180 degrees to see where they're at. Okay, so they move everybody down. Good job, Scarpy. Okay, good quick pop play. Something opens up. If you're quick with your movement when you release low, if you know that next play ahead of time, always going to find options here. It's a great job. They know that play. Okay, they're ahead of the play. Another look again. Okay, good look, quick little low play, a little bit of a broken play. Look at where all the PK is looking again. Puck goes behind the net. Everybody's puck focused. Nobody's on Ehlers, back door. Okay, so a great option to create confusion. Same thing again, overload. Putting the backhand behind, get them transitioned. Okay, in that transition is how seams open up, how we create attacks. Okay, like this again, to have them turn. Good little quick pop play. Good critical attack. Coach Jackson showed those critical areas, right? This is a great look to create opportunities with inside the house. Same thing again, get everybody turned. Find that attack. Okay, this is Farstead in the Swedish Elite League. They've got some different looks. The other thing I like is that it opens up top guys for some one-timer options. Opens up some different things as you spread them low. Okay, so working low again. Pulling them back down. Now that sets up a downhill one-timer. Really simple play, but getting that turn, getting the PK puck focus. Okay, another look. Okay, same thing. PK turn, shrunken down. Look how tight they are to the area. Now it goes up top. Now you got to spread them out, create some seams, create some separation. So again, just some great options to look at for how you're running your power play. Okay, what skill sets do I have within my group? How do I maximize? What areas do we need to grow in? Okay, what are little things that we can potentially take away from this? What are the things that Kreider's doing? What are the things that the Jets are doing that can help our group? Okay, so hopefully some food for thought. Any questions? Any comments on that? Okay, as a former Apple Valley guy, former hockey nerd, got to say a quick thank you to all of you guys. Okay, so if not for your work, I would not be where I'm at today. And I can tell you, having a guy, Mike Taylor, believing in me as a sophomore in high school, helped springboard me to where I am today. So the work and time that you guys put in, please know how greatly appreciated it is. Know how much your impact is needed for these kids and how much you can change somebody's life. Okay, so I'm grateful. Will forever be grateful for folks like yourself taking the time to volunteer, to make a difference, to challenge young men to grow. So thank you on behalf of us here at North Dakota, and really appreciate all of you being up here today. Thank you.
You go get him tonight.